All right, we are on day 6. I look about how I feel. I feel sick still. I'm not sleeping well. And on top of it, I am also having a lot of right lower quadrant pain and tenderness. Even just from this morning till now, it's definitely a lot heavier. It hurts when I go over bumps in the car. So that's fun. It even hurts to walk now. And we're about halfway there. I've got 14 follicles that they can see. The biggest one's 13 and a half on this side, and then there's 5 on my left. They're kind of hard to measure the sizes because I've got that really big dermoid there. I look like I do drugs from the amount of blood that I had taken. Like I said, I have to go now every day to have my blood and my ultrasounds done. Everything looks good otherwise. Blood work looks great. My estrogen has doubled, which is where they want it to be. My LH is like 1 point something, and my progesterone's under 1. So all that is really good news. The best part is I got to add a new medication to my regimen. So I'm still saying 225 with the Gonal F, 75 now with the Menopur, and then I've got the Ganirelix, which is 250 micrograms. So now I get to poke myself 3 times. And the fun thing about the Ganirelix is I do it in the morning and at night. The novelty of this is worn off completely. I'm not even really happy to make videos anymore. I just want to do this and be done. It's kind of how I feel right now. I've been having issues with my mood. It's part of the problem. And I'm assuming that's just from the estrogen spiking. Things that usually don't make me mad are making me mad. And I cried today driving home because I was afraid coughing and sneezing would make me explode eggs. Like, legit concern. I'm happy to say I have not exploded eggs yet, despite the amount of coughing and sneezing I have done in the last 12 hours, which is a lot. But yeah, I really don't feel great. It kind of like comes and goes in waves. But the hardest thing right now is I'm very uncomfortable. I'm bloated, nothing fits right because I've gained all this weight, and I have to drive in a car hour and a half each way to Rockford right now for my TNS class, and every time I hit the bump it hurts. The good news is I passed my TNS class, so tomorrow's my last day. As long as I'm feeling okay, I can work Thursday, but they might have me not work just depending on how big this ovary is getting, because it's getting really big really fast and I can feel it. So Ganirelix, there's a bubble in here. And when we do sub-Q injections, like at work with like, I don't know, Lovenox, we usually inject with a bubble in it. I read the instructions and I could not find anything about the damn bubble. So because I can't find anything, I'm just gonna prime it. It's not gonna hurt. I guess probably wouldn't hurt either if I had a bubble in it, but that's a fairly good sized bubble. It's almost like it's a 0.5 ml. Probably 0.25 of air. I really don't want to do that. Okay. I have a lot of anxiety about this now, and I'm an anxious person. I have not had any anxiety about this, so I can only assume that is related to the estrogen. So you can see my stomach is getting bigger from the bloating that I'm now experiencing, which is a lot of fun. I assume once they're done retrieving the eggs and my hormones go back down to normal, they'll probably deflate, I hope. I'm trying to decide what I want to do first. I really don't want to do any of these first. I'll do my Gonal because this one hurts the least. What do I know so far? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I still have a little bit left in this. I'm going to keep it because I only have one more pen, which is 3 days worth, unless they change my dose again. So I'm getting kind of nervous. I only have 2 more boxes of the Menopur. I've used 2 so far, so try not to panic. They know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing, clearly. Okay, so this is the Menopur. Do this in the center. I hate this one. God, it hurts so bad. I really hate this one. I really hate it. It hurts a lot. Okay, so this one I'm gonna do like, I guess like right here. I have to do it again in the morning. So now I don't like needles, and I've gone from getting like poking myself twice a day to now 4 times a day plus getting my blood drawn. So we're at 5 times a day now that I'm getting poked. It's really not fun. So like I said, I'm gonna prime this just because, like I said, I couldn't find I get the bubble to actually, maybe I'm not supposed to prime it, I don't know. Maybe I'm not because I can't get the bubble. Oh, there we go. I don't know how much pressure to pull, I've never used this before. So there's a little bubble in there, but that's fine. Ooh. Well then, made myself bleed. But yeah, this one actually didn't hurt as bad. That damn Menopur. I don't know what it is. It must be something that whatever it's made with, the Menopur itself is just incredibly painful. So yeah, here we have it. Day 6. Hoping day 7 we can decrease something. And I'm hoping that we will know in the next day or so when I'm actually gonna do the retrieval, because let me tell you, it's a pain in the ass to drive to Buffalo Grove, which is 45 minutes from my house, every day to do the ultrasounds and the blood work. They're necessary, we're doing them. Like I said, my emotions are like all over the place because of these meds. So there we have it, friends. Day 6 until tomorrow.